he was left out. There was no place where he was welcome here on earth. But he had a plan for a house that shall ever stand. He spoke these words, upon this rock I'll build my church. I'm in this church, this glorious church. I did not join, though I was born and had a new birth. Come glorious day, I'm gonna sail away.
Welcome into Mac's Southern Gospel Show. We're glad to have you folks with us tonight. If you're watching on Channel 2, or if you're watching on the internet, we thank you so much for being with us. And you appreciate you being back tonight.
Glad to be here.
She's either on this side of the camera or the other side of the camera, one or the other, every week. So she moves around. Wherever she's needed, that's where she's going to be. So that's the way we like it. It's good. But anyway, before I tell you about the videos, I'm going to let her tell you how you can get your church and community news to us.
Well, welcome to Mac's Southern Gospel Show on TC2. Just a reminder that you can send in your church announcements and community news to Mac's Southern Gospel Show, located at 1006 South Brundage Street in Troy, Alabama. You can also give us a call at 670-0052. With COVID, we know that, not as many events and stuff are going on, but again, if you have any type of announcements, don't be afraid to send them in. You can also send them into email at msgs@troycable.net. Your church and community news are read each Tuesday night at 7:50 p.m. and brought to you by Dillard Funeral Home in Troy and Brundage. Also, we can be seen on TC2 and YouTube. Encore shows are Sunday at 12 noon and Monday night at 7 p.m., covering Central and South Alabama.
Okay, you said a mouthful there.
I did.
We're going to watch I'll tell you what, this day and time, I think we need a little comedy every once in a while, because you don't hear nothing but bad news hardly anymore.
Right.
But we're going to show you a little bit of Tim Lovelace tonight, some of his comedy routines, and I think you'll enjoy it. And then we're going to watch the world-famous Chuck Wagon game. And but I think we got a good show lined up for you. Let's get started right now.
Hello, GMT. How are y'all doing today? Great. Well, I went camping just a while back with a couple of high school friends. And on Sunday morning, I wanted to find a church to worship in. So I packed my truck and I headed out. When I saw it in a cloud of dust, it was the Ebenezer Fellowship Non-Denominational Baptist Free Will Church. When I walked in, it was time to start, and that little church was packed. There was only one seat on the very front row, even though I really wanted the back. So I walked right down and I took a seat, and a hush fell over the place. Oh, and a sweet little gray-haired woman walked up and said, "Boy, I have something to say." Folks around here call me Granny. I'm as sweet as I can be. Well, I volunteered for everything. They couldn't make it without me. I teach Sunday school, I sew and bake. I'm even in charge of the Christmas play. And there's only one thing I ask in return, a lesson you should learn. Don't sit in my pew, you know it belongs to me. I've been sitting right here at least 40 years, and that's the way it's gonna be. I can tell that you are new around here, so you better get one thing clear. If you know what's good for you, don't sit in my pew. Well, I walked to the back of the church feeling just about as tall as a flea when one of those deacons walked up and handed me a brown, ice-cold metal folding chair. So I sat out there in the aisle and I listened to the choir sing, "I Shall Not Be Moved," while the preacher preached a fine sermon on like a tree planted by the waters. And then he looked at me and he said, "When our service is over with, we want our special guest to stay for some of Granny's red velvet cake." So I went over there to the fellowship hall, and after they said the blessing, I looked down there and noticed that I didn't have a fork. Well, I figured I'd made enough commotion for one day, so I thought, I'll just ease in there in the kitchen. I'll find the utensil drawer and help myself. Well, that's what I did. But just about the time I pulled that drawer open, somebody spun me around. It was Granny. "Stay out of my kitchen. You know it belongs to me. I've been a-cooking in here at least 40 years, and that's the way it's gonna be. So if you need a fork, if you need a spoon, the next time stay in the other room." Boy, you better pay attention. Stay out of my kitchen. And then she reached up and kissed me on the cheek and said, Granny sure hopes you come back next week. But if you do the next time, don't get my parking space. Don't sing so loud. Wear a coat and tie. Come early enough for Sunday school. Stay out of my kitchen. But most of all, I can tell that you are new around here, so you better get one thing clear. If you know what's good for you, say it with us. Don't sit in my pew. But just remember, Granny loves you. Now, let me tell you, if y'all never seen this before, let me just tell you real quickly. Take one look at Mary Alice. Now, I know this is going to hurt, but take one look at me. Folks, I'm here to tell you that the Lord is still in the miracle working business. Woo! Some of you men don't need to laugh too loud, because I can look out there and tell you that you outpunted your coverage too. Okay? You know what I'm talking about, you football fans, all right? Now, Mary Alice, now let me tell you, now the Lord gave me desires of my heart, and we've been married about 3 years, been traveling together now too, but let me tell you, he'll give you the desire. This is the wrong microphone, it stutters. He'll give you the desires of your heart, but the Lord's got a wonderful sense of humor. Now, Mary Alice is from Columbus, Ohio. Okay, you Buckeyes. Population over 1 million. I'm from Satsuma, Alabama. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Population about as many people as you can get in a phone booth. So what you're looking at here, Mary Alice, she's computer girl, college girl, corporate America. I didn't even know there was I just thought it was North America, South America. She's corporate America. Fine arts, opera. I can fish. So many people serving God, so many different ways. But Jesus said, worship in spirit and truth. I believe in old-time religion, and I believe in a brand new day. It's safe to say I believe in the old and new. 'Cause we need some old-time praying, old-time shouting like they did in the good old days, when an old-time preacher talked about the blood of the Lamb. Amen. I'll sing about the old rugged cross, saving the lost in the good old-fashioned way. Get ready for the New Jerusalem. Anybody have their ticket for the New Jerusalem? All right. Here we go. You can go to an old camp meeting, listen to the word of God, kneel down at an old-time altar with all of your sins. But when you ask the Lord's forgiveness, old things are passed away. Praise God, all things are new. You've been born again. Oh, we need some old-time praying, old-time shouting like they did in the good old days, when an old-time preacher talked about the blood of the Lamb. We'll sing about the old rugged cross, saving the lost in the good old-fashioned way. Get ready for the New Jerusalem. Come on, Mary Alice. We need some old-time praying, old-time shouting like they did in the good old days, when an old-time preacher talked about the blood of the Lamb. Sing about the old rugged cross, saving the lost in the good old-fashioned way. Getting ready for the New Jerusalem. Getting ready for the New Jerusalem. God bless you. Now, several folks have asked about our little baby girl, Gabrielle Rose, and I don't know if she is in here or not. Is Gabrielle? Have they got her out here? Yeah, go back there and find that baby girl. Bring her out there on the side or something. Gabrielle Rose was born Valentine's Day, February the 14th. And I'll go ahead and tell y'all ahead of time, she looks like her mama. There's our baby girl right over there. Let that camera zoom in on that little baby girl. Look at Gabrielle Rose. Hey, baby girl. She has daddy's curls, but looks like mama, and we're not going to force her into gospel music. We're not even going to give her an instrument until she's 2 years old. One more time. See you, baby girl. Wave to everybody. She said, uh-oh. Mary Alice says, what in the world are we going, how do you say that?
I said, I wonder what she's going to do when she gets old enough to realize that her parents are not normal.
People ask us. I don't know why they ask me questions. I don't have any answers. They ask us, now with Gabrielle and y'all traveling all the time, what are y'all going to do when it's time for her to start to school? And I said, well, we're going to do like everybody else, except the fact that if any of y'all know me, I want you just to think about this for a second. We're going to homeschool. If any of y'all got a prayer list out there, slap us on the top of it. We're going to homeschool, and I can tell you right now, we are in big trouble.
I think we're going to be just fine.
No, we're going to be in big trouble is what we're going to be.
No, I really think we'll be fine. All we have to do is break it down into subjects. It's very simple.
Like what?
Like history.
I don't know where I was yesterday.
Okay, math. We need to teach her math, basic math, new math.
I didn't do any good in old math. And as far as I'm concerned, this new math stuff, 50% of the people don't like it. And the other 90% don't even know what it is. What else?
English.
English?
English.
We're in big trouble. I don't even have any idea. See, how in the world are you supposed to teach a child all that chemistry and I sit around and cipher on things all the time that I don't understand. So I don't know how in the world I'm going to teach her simple things. Okay? Heat rises, right? How come it's cold in the mountains and hot down in the desert? Somebody answer it for me. Don't look at me like I'm a dummy. I may be your closest kin. Another one I don't understand. Why is it you take any dog and you blow in his face just a little bit? You blow in his face, he'll go ballistic. But you put him in the car 70 miles an hour and he'll stick his head out the window the whole time. Don't laugh. Explain it to me. Another one I don't understand. You go to a baseball game, 30, 40, 50,000 people. Seventh inning, everyone stands up and sings, "Take me out to the ball game." We're already there. I don't understand. If my IQ drops much lower, the only thing I know is I'm going to end up being a politician. Yeah, boy. But I do know one thing. We are loving little Gabrielle Rose. What a sweetheart she is. And everybody says, well, you're going to write her like one of them lullabies or something, you know, because I love to write music. So they said, you're going to write a song for your baby girl. So I did, and here it is. You didn't think it'd be serious, did you? Well, I met a sweet girl from Ohio, a buckeye in the snow. I was born in Alabama in the sunny Southland on the Gulf of Mexico. My girl's a classy lady, I don't mean maybe. You know that her blood is blue. But I'm here to say that my blood is gray, 'cause I'm a southerner through and through. Well, when we got married, God made us one, put us in a brand new world. Things couldn't have been better, but a few years later, He blessed us with a baby girl. And it didn't cross our mind that a little girl would be from the north and from the south. But hey, diddle diddle, she's right down the middle. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. She loves bagels and grits. My, oh my. She says, howdy, y'all.
And hello, you guys. She likes a bottle of pop
With a chocolate moon pie.
She's a northern girl.
She's a southern
Wilson-Dixon.
The First National Bank is a true community bank. That's why we created and introduced our Spirit checking account. Spirit Checking offers you checks and debit cards that display the logo of your favorite school. Every time you make a purchase with your Spirit debit card, the First National Bank will donate 1 cent to your school. Talk Spirit Checking with us today in Troy or Brundage. It's just another way we're making your banking better. Member FDIC, equal.
The Bank's Buy Right is your one-stop service center. They have gasoline at competitive prices and a deli that serves breakfast and lunch, barbecue sandwiches, camp stew, cheeseburgers, chicken tenders, and more, all served by the friendly staff at Buy Right. The Buy Right also has feed for your animals and pets, plus a hardware section and plenty of cold beverages. When you check out, you'll have a friendly cashier to take care of you. Visit the Bank's Buy Right in downtown Banks today.
When you need short-term rehabilitation, Laverne Health and Rehabilitation is ready to serve you. Laverne Health and Rehabilitation offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. The clinical staff consists of registered nurses, licensed practical nurses, and certified nursing assistants. The staff is professionally trained to deliver care for all types of residents' needs. So the next time your doctor says you need physical therapy, choose Laverne Health and Rehabilitation and let their family care for yours. You can call them at 334-335-5331. We hope you've enjoyed the Lovelaces, and now we're going to switch it up with the very famous The Chuck Wagon Gang live in Pigeon Forge.
Hello,
Here they are.
GMT. How are y'all doing today? Great. Well, I went camping just a while back with a couple of high school friends. You need a spoon. The next time, stay in the other room. Boy, and then a lot of y'all think that you're looking at is a crumpet. That sounds like Jerry Goff's trumpet that's kind of bent a little bit as a crumpet. What else?
Sun-dried tomatoes.
Sun-dried tomatoes. Folks in South Alabama, my mom. You didn't think it'd be serious, did you? Well, I met a sweet girl from Ohio, a buckeye in the snow. I was born in Alabama in the sunny Southland on the Gulf of Mexico. My girl's a classy lady, I don't mean maybe. You know that her blood is blue. Hello, GMT. How are y'all doing today? Great. Well, I went camping just a while back with a couple of high school friends. And on Sunday morning, I wanted to find a church to worship in. So I packed my truck and I headed out. Then I saw it in a cloud of dust. It was the Ebenezer Fellowship, non-denominational Baptist Free Will Church. When I walked in, it was time to start, and that little church was packed. There was only one seat on.
Ladies and gentlemen, let them know you love them. The Chuck Wagon Gang. Here they are.
One of these mornings, you're gonna hear the trumpet blow. All of this life on earth we owe. Then the ones who are prepared gonna meet Jesus in the air, moving to their home upon the outer shore. There's gonna be singing, hallelujah. There's gonna be shouting, amen, when we all join in that happy band. There'll be no sorrow in that land. We'll take Jesus by the hand when we get to the glory land. Saints are gonna sing redemption story when we get inside the pearly gate. And when the one's gone before, we will walk the golden shore.
Life's evening sun,
Life's evening sun
is sinking low.
is sinking low.
A few more days, and I must go.
And I must go to meet the deeds that I have done, where there will be no setting sun,
Life's evening
Life's evening sun
is sinking low.
is sinking
A
low.
few more days, and I must go.
And I must go to meet the deeds that I have done, where there will be no setting sun, no setting sun. As I travel through this pilgrim land, there is a friend who walks with me, leads me safely through the sinking sand. It is the Christ of Calvary. This would be my prayer to Lord each day, to help me do the best I can. For I need thy light to guide me day and night. Blessed Jesus, hold my hand. Jesus, hold my hand. Yes, I need every hour. Through this pilgrim land, protect me by thy power. Hear my feeble plea, oh Lord, look down on me. When I need lit prayer, I hope to leave there. Blessed Jesus, hold my hand. Jesus, hold my hand. Yes, I need every hour. Through this pilgrim land, protect me by thy power. Hear my feeble plea, oh Lord, look down on me. When I need lit prayer, I hope to leave there. Blessed Jesus, hold my hand.
Well, good afternoon, and what a thrill it is to be here. Good to see so many of our old friends sitting out there in the seats. And Chuck Wagon Gang been around almost 72 years now. But of course, the members up here on the stage not been around quite that long. So I'd like to introduce each one to you. Playing the bass guitar, doing a fine job. You'll enjoy him this evening. He's from over there in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Ladies.
For this soul's world with its sorrow is an unfriendly world to me. For this soul's world with its sorrow is an unfriendly world to me. Hear the blessed Savior calling the oppressed. All ye heavy laden, come to me and rest. Come no longer tarry, I alone will bear. Bring me every burden, bring me every care. Come unto me. I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. any chains of doubt and loaded down with care. To unholy feelings, struggle in your breast. Bring your cares to Jesus, He will give you rest. Come unto me, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, hear me and be blessed, for I am meek and lowly. Come and trust my vine. Come, my yoke is easy, and my burdens light.
Fella came up to me and said, Brother David, sure seems like you sing a lot of songs about heaven. We hadn't thought about it, but when we checked our list of songs, you know, he was right. About 80% of the songs Chuck Wagon Gang has sung over the years, especially on their live concerts, talk about heaven. Well, we decided to keep on singing songs about heaven. Don't know a whole lot better to sing about than the place that, well, that He's prepared for them who love Him. Here's one of our favorite songs. It talks about the soon coming of Jesus and the fact that we're going to enjoy heaven one of these days. It's called Heaven's Jubilee.
Some that morning we shall see Jesus in the air, coming after you and me, joy is ours to share. What rejoicing there will be when the saints shall rise, headed for that Jubilee yonder in the skies. One day of singing, one day of shouting, on that happy morning when we all shall gladly rise. One day of glory, glory, hallelujah, glory, when we meet our blessed Savior yonder in the skies. When with all the heavenly hosts we begin to sing, singing in the Holy Ghost, how the heavens will ring. Millions there will join the song, with them we shall be, praising Christ through ages long, heaven's Jubilee. One day of singing, one day of shouting, on that happy morning when we all shall gladly rise. One day of glory, glory, hallelujah, glory, when we meet our blessed Savior yonder in the sky. One day of singing, one day of shouting, on that happy morning when we all shall gladly rise. One day of glory, glory, hallelujah, glory, when we meet our blessed Savior yonder in the skies.
I thought we'd go back and sing one of the
A memorial tribute is an important decision. Let Dillard Memorial, located in Brundage, Alabama, help you with your cemetery needs. Marvin Jackson, Jeff Ellis, and Nancy Allen welcome your questions, and if you need help with a design, they will be glad to offer you suggestions. You can call Dillard Memorials at 334-536-0180 or go by and see them in person. And remember, you do not have to wait until there is a need. Pike Equipment Rental, located on the Henderson Highway. Sales manager is Kendall Allen. You can give them a call at 670-6675. They're open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 p.m. Kendall wants me to remind you that it's time to get your house in order. They have pressure washers, surface cleaners, paint sprayers, lawn equipment, and long-leaf pine straw. Also, Pike Equipment Rental has contractor supplies, erosion control supplies, safety equipment, as well as generators. So go by and see all Kendall has at Pike Equipment Rental on 1000 Henderson Highway. You can give them a call at 670-6675. They also have new boom equipment coming in soon, so you better go to them soon. And now back to the video.
favorite hymns of, well, almost everybody that they enjoyed singing. And if you want to sing along, hum along, you help yourself. A wonderful old hymn called Amazing Grace.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once
Try so hard to soon be over across. Try to get you Jordan there somewhere in Heaven City. Oh, sit me down, I'll wear that day. I'll crown of glory, I'll shout and sing. That happy story, my heart. Trials will soon be over, and I shall wear a crown.
Lord, I'm tired.
Our trials will soon be over. Our trials will soon be over, and soon my Lord's gonna come for me. Then I'll be heaven bound.
Then I'll fly.
Our trials will soon be over. Our trials will soon be over, and our trials will soon be over, and I shall wear a crown. The road I walk is often rugged, the load I bear is often heavy, but soon I know my feet shall stand upon higher ground each year. I'll leave behind me, I'll shout and say goodbye to trouble my heart. Trials will soon be over, and I shall wear a crown.
Lord, I'm tired.
Our trials will soon be over. Our trials will soon be over, and soon my Lord's gonna come for me. Then I'll be heaven bound.
Then I'll fly.
Our trials will soon be over. Our trials will soon be over, and our trials will soon be over, and I shall wear a crown.
Lord, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Soon my Lord's gonna come for me. Then I'll be heaven bound.
Then I'll fly.
Our trials will soon be over. Our trials will soon be over. Our trials will soon be over, and I shall wear a crown.
Lord, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Soon my Lord's gonna come for me. Then I'll be heaven bound.
Then I'll fly.
Our trials will soon be over. Our trials will soon be over. Our trials will soon be over, and I shall wear a crown. Our trials will soon be over, and I shall wear a crown. I can hear my Savior calling, child, you'll soon be coming home. Enter through the gates of heaven, no more sorrow will be known. On that bright and happy morning yonder in the eastern skies, He is coming for His children, we will bid the world goodbye.
When life down here,
Life down here is all, I'll sing forever, yes, on that shore, with all the saints, gone on before, in heaven's choir, forevermore. We will see the face of Jesus, all His gladness on that day, with the Savior up in heaven, time will never pass away. We will all be joined together as we sing around the throne, singing praises there in heaven, our happy home.
when life down here,
Life down here is all, I'll sing forever, yes, on that shore, with all the saints, gone on before, in heaven's choir, forevermore. Soon we'll come to the end of life's journey, and perhaps we'll never meet anymore, till we gather in heaven's bright city, far away on that beautiful shore.
if we never meet again this side of heaven, as we stroll through this world and its strife, there's another meeting place somewhere in heaven, by the side of the river of life, where the charming roses bloom forever, and where separation comes no more. If we never meet again this side of heaven, I will meet you on that beautiful shore. say we'll be happy in heaven, in that wonderful sweet by and by. If we never meet again this side of heaven, as we stroll through this world and this world and this ride, there's another meeting place somewhere in heaven, by the side of the shivering river of life, where the charming roses bloom forever, and where separation comes no more. If we never meet again this side of heaven, I will meet you on that beautiful shore.
In our family, we all use electricity differently. But when it comes to our Touchstone Energy Cooperative,
We all think about it the same way.
because our co-op is power.
Sure, electricity turns the lights on.
But power is the information that we get from our co-op about efficiency,
Safety.
technology. We trust the co-op,
They're our neighbors.
our friends, our home.
For answers to your power questions, contact your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Beautiful home, beautiful land, beautiful place on Four-Way Strand, beautiful country where my friends have gone. Sorrow and pain, trouble and care, none of these will ever be there. Heaven is waiting now for me. Beautiful home,
Beautiful home of pure delight, beautiful home of mansions bright.
and I know I'll live in one someday.
Someday, beautiful sights there to behold, beautiful gates and streets of gold.
I will have a beautiful home someday. Beautiful roads, beautiful crowds, glorious singing all around. Happy reunion on that golden shore. We'll be there, happy and free, satisfied we ever will be, praising the Savior for His love evermore.
Beautiful home of pure delight, beautiful home of mansions bright.
And I know I'll live in one someday.
Someday, beautiful sights there to behold, beautiful gates and streets of gold.
I will have a beautiful home someday.
Beautiful home of pure delight, beautiful home of mansions bright.
And I know I'll live in one someday.
Someday, beautiful sights there to behold, beautiful gates and streets of gold.
I will have a beautiful home someday.
Listen to a beautiful song as Penny sings, I'll Meet You in the Morning.
I will meet you in the morning by the bright riverside, when all sorrow has drifted away. I'll be standing at the portals where the gates open wide at the close of I meet you in the morning, in that city that's built for sin, I will meet you in the morning with a how do you do? Then we'll sit down by the river and with rapture old acquaintance renew. You'll know me in the morning by the smiles that I wear when I meet you in the morning, in that city that's built for sin. Here among the shadows in a lonely land, we'll end up pilgrims on the moon,
Through dangers,
burning down with sorrow and with shun on every hand.
but we are.
Looking for a city built above.
Oh, yes, we're looking here and there.
Looking for a
Looking for a city on the way.
where never die.
Never end up there all the same. It's well the misery will never say goodbye.
Say goodbye. There will be the Savior,
Christ, our Savior, brother,
and our loved ones, and our loved ones.
now we
So
pray,
come,
quickly
come,
come.
Holy Spirit,
Come, Spirit, come, oh,
all
come.
our hearts renewed. In this land of danger,
We are
going here and there,
simply
trusting in the blessed Savior's love.
and mercy.
Though we may be strangers
Living
in this world of care,
we're always
looking for a city built above.
Oh, yes, we're looking here and
Looking
there.
for a city,
A city on the way.
where never die.
Never end up there all the same. Yes, we'll hold the memory. We will never say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye, no, never listen when we get
There will be the
We'll be Christ, our Savior, brother,
and our loved ones,
and our loved ones.
now
Now
so
we pray,
come,
quickly
The Banks Buy-Right is your one-stop service center. They have gasoline at competitive prices and a deli that serves breakfast and lunch, barbecue sandwiches, camp stew, cheeseburgers, chicken tenders, and more, all served by the friendly staff at Buy-Right. The Buy-Right also has feed for your animals and pets, plus a hardware section and plenty of cold beverages. When you check out, you'll have a friendly cashier to take care of you. Visit the Banks Buy-Right in downtown Banks today.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office.
The staff of Dillard Funeral Home realizes how important family is. They will always treat your loved ones as if they are their own. If you need their services, be assured that your loved one will be treated with dignity and respect. Dillard Funeral Home has 2 locations to serve you, one in Troy and one in Brundage. You can call Dillard Funeral Home in Troy at 334-566-1720 or in Brundage at 334-735-2375.
Okay. We appreciate you folks being with us tonight, watching on Channel 2 or on the internet, ever how you're watching. We appreciate you watching our show, and we think you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed bringing it to you.
Absolutely.
Julie, I appreciate you being back.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
All right. We've had a great time tonight, and I tell you what, before we leave there, I want to remind you that our sponsors is what keeps us on air. So remember that if you can, go to any of our sponsors that you hear us talk about, and they appreciate it. And they'll tell you, a lot of them will tell you that they appreciate you being a sponsor on our show, too. And anyway, we'll see you next Tuesday night, good Lord willing. Until then, hope you stay safe and stay at home when you can, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So long, everybody. Gonna leave you with the Chuck Wagon Gang.
Some glad day I'm gonna sail away up there.
Glory.
Where I'll be forever glad and free. Gonna leave this world of care. Well, I'm gonna lose these lonesome blues when I get home to glory land.
I'm gonna walk on Golden Street, with golden slippers on my feet.
Yes, I'm gonna wear a crown so fair, and I know we'll be so grand, and I will make a joyful sound. Gonna lay burdens down. I will shout, I'm gonna dance about when I join that happy band. See my King, my Savior to him sing, gonna stay in that fair land. Well, I'm gonna lose these lonesome blues when I get home to glory land.
I'm gonna walk on Golden Street, with golden slippers on my feet.
Yes, I'm gonna wear a crown so fair, and I know we'll be so grand. Then I will make a joyful sound. Gonna lay burdens down. of night that never be. I'll be face to face with my blessed Jesus, and I'll praise the one who rescued me. There's an anchor that stays me on the high seas, and it holds me through life's troubled tide. I'll be safe with Jesus as he leads me, till in Canaan's fair land I will abide. In Canaan's fair land I'll tell a blessed story of amazing grace and what it's done for me. I will sing praises to my Savior, how his precious blood has set me free. In Canaan's fair land the sun is always shining, for the shadows of night can never be. I'll be face to face with my blessed Jesus, and I'll praise the one who rescued me.
This is the very first song the Chuck Wagon Gang ever recorded. Gospel song, that is, November 25th, 1936. The Son Hath Made Me Free.
I was once in Egypt's bondage, but deliverance came to me, and I'm living now in Canaan, for the Son hath made me free. Condemnation, oh, the Son hath made me free, hath made me free. All my fear of condemnation, all that stood twixt God and me, praise His name, all left behind me, for the Son hath made me free, hath made me free. I am dwelling now in Canaan. Jesus' blood is for me, and I am free from condemnation. Oh, the Son hath made me free, hath made me free.
Oh, yes. Well, here's one of those songs that you're going to remember, too, from those old record days, a song called Sundown.
As I wander today neath the setting sun, I dreamed of the days long ago, and it seemed I was traveling on once more with loved ones I used to know.
At sundown,
I'm going home.
at sundown,
No more to roam. Sweet voices are calling me, and I'm going home at sundown.
now the sun of my life is sinking fast, and my steps quicker grow.